Welcome to 50 Plus Health Guardian, where you don't just live longer, but live better. Did you know that every 11 seconds a senior suffers a serious fall, leading to fractures, hospitalization, or even death, according to the latest data from the CDC 2024? But what's even more frightening is, most of these falls aren't due to slippery floors, but because their legs have been silently weakening day by day without them even realizing it. Let's hear the story of Mr. Robert, 67 years old. One beautiful morning, he stood up from his sofa just like any other day, and he collapsed right there on the spot. The result, a fractured femur, joint replacement surgery, and the permanent loss of independent mobility for the rest of his life. Why? Because of the silent weakening of muscles and bones, something that had been happening over many years, caused by what he ate, drank, and the seemingly harmless vitamins he consumed every day. If you are over 50 or approaching your 60s, then what I'm about to reveal could save your legs and your life. Welcome to 50 Plus Health Guardian, where we share accurate, scientific, and practical health knowledge, helping you live stronger, freer, and healthier through all your years after 50. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I will reveal two so-called life-saving vitamins that are silently destroying your legs every single day and show you how to avoid them before it's too late. Part 1. 2 vitamins that secretly damage your legs. Starting with vitamin A, the supplement that turned into a nightmare. Expert warning. According to the American Geriatric Society 2024, excessive vitamin A supplementation has contributed to a 21% increase in bone density loss and muscle weakening among people over 65. Let's hear the real-life story of Mr. Peter, 69 years old, living in Texas. Mr. Peter used to be a sports lover who enjoyed climbing stairs every day. But in the past 2 years, he began to experience legs feeling exhausted after just a few steps, shaking hands and legs when standing for a long time, a persistent dull ache in the lower back, even without heavy activity. He thought it was just normal signs of aging. But when he went for a comprehensive health checkup, the truth shocked him. Bone density had decreased by up to 35% compared to the normal level for his age. Mild chronic muscle inflammation in the legs and hips. Blood tests revealed vitamin A levels 3 times higher than the recommended limit. The cause: daily intake of high-dose vitamin A supplements for 3 consecutive years without any testing or monitoring. Mr. Peter didn't suffer a sudden fracture, but he gradually lost his ability to move independently, and now, before even reaching 70, he must use a walker for support. All because of the mistaken belief that the more vitamins, the better for aging. Scientific explanation. Excess vitamin A accumulates in the liver, causes silent muscle inflammation, reducing physical strength. Toxicity threshold. For vitamin A, only 3,000 mcg day if used continuously. Blocks the absorption of magnesium and calcium, leads to cramps, muscle fatigue, and loss of balance. Expert opinion. Vitamin A is essential for the body, but once it exceeds the safe threshold, it becomes a silent toxin that destroys both muscles and bones. Professor William Stone, American Center for Aging Research. Practical advice. Never supplement vitamin A without medical supervision. Prioritize natural vitamin A sources from carrots, eggs, pumpkins, and animal liver, and control your intake carefully. What is the second vitamin? It's vitamin D, the sunshine of health turned into a nightmare when overused. According to the American Musculoskeletal Neurology Association 2024, up to 18% of mobility disorders in people over 60 are directly linked to excessive vitamin D supplementation. A typical example: Mrs. Eleanor, 65 years old, living in Arizona. Mrs. Eleanor was highly focused on her health and decided to buy vitamin D3 5000 IU daily, a product heavily marketed as the ultimate defense against osteoporosis for seniors. She didn't know that the recommended dose is only 600-800 IU per day. After just 8 months, she began experiencing stiffness in her calf muscles every morning, severe cramps in the middle of the night, frequent staggering and loss of balance, even while walking on flat ground. When she went for a medical checkup, her blood vitamin D level reached 120 ng/ml, double the safe limit. Her blood calcium was abnormally high, causing soft tissue calcification around her calves and knees. Mrs. Eleanor did not suffer a bone fracture, but she lost 70% of her independent mobility and now must rely on a cane. The most tragic part is, out of fear of osteoporosis, she inadvertently froze her own legs. Scientific explanation: excessive vitamin D increases blood calcium, causes muscle stiffness, soreness, and cramps. Calcium deposits into muscles and tendons, leads to reduced flexibility and limited mobility. Safe thresholds: ideal blood vitamin D levels 30-50 ng/ml, above 100 ng/ml, high risk of toxicity, muscle damage, and kidney injury. Mayo Clinic, 2024. Dr. Amanda Ruiz, Department of Geriatric Endocrinology, Stanford University, affirms, vitamin D is a loyal friend to bones, but when abused, it becomes a hidden enemy to muscles. Her practical advice: only supplement vitamin D based on blood test results and under medical supervision. Never self-prescribe high doses for extended periods without regular monitoring. You might think that simply avoiding vitamin overdose is enough to protect your legs. Unfortunately, there's another enemy, just as dangerous, hidden right within your daily meals. Coming up next are 10 types of foods that silently accelerate the weakening of your muscles, joints, and mobility, meal by meal, day by day. Let's see if you're unknowingly consuming any of these 10 foods you should limit or stop immediately to avoid regrets. Sweets and refined sugars. Sugar doesn't just cause obesity. It also triggers chronic inflammation in muscles and joints, causing muscle fatigue and doubles the risk of muscle mass loss, sarcopenia. According to WHO, adults should limit sugar intake to no more than 25 grams per day. However, a 2024 survey shows 80% of people over 60 consume twice that amount. You could be unknowingly eating your way into weakness and pain with every slice of cake, every piece of candy. Fried foods: French fries, fried chicken, donuts. Trans fats and saturated fats in fried foods clog small blood vessels, reduce oxygen delivery to muscles, cause chronic inflammation in joints and tendons. A Harvard University study, 2023, found a diet high in trans fats can reduce muscle strength in older adults by up to 18% in just 2 years. Every time you enjoy crispy fries, you're slowly losing your ability to stand strong. White bread and refined carbohydrates. It doesn't just cause weight gain. White bread triggers constant blood sugar spikes and crashes, leaving muscles without stable energy for activity. And worse, low in fiber. Increases the risk of insulin resistance. Reduces the body's ability to synthesize muscle protein. You may think you're just eating a slice of bread, but in reality, it's a blow to your leg endurance, Alcohol. Alcohol doesn't just harm the liver, it blocks the absorption of magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D, three critical minerals for muscle strength and bone density. Additionally, causes dehydration, slows muscle recovery after exertion, increases the risk of cramps and muscle stiffness in the legs. According to Mayo Clinic, just 2 alcoholic drinks per day can decrease muscle mass in older adults by up to 15% over 5 years. Each toast you make could be quietly trading away your healthy legs. Processed meats, sausages, ham, bacon. High sodium plus preservatives, Schechters, trigger systemic inflammation, increase the risk of joint pain, leg swelling, and muscle weakness. Nitrates and nitrites in processed meats have also been shown to impair endothelial function, meaning they obstruct blood flow to the muscles. Every slice of ham you eat is another knot tightening the blood supply to your legs. Instant noodles and high-sodium packaged foods. 1 pack of instant noodles can contain up to 1,800 milliliters of sodium, nearly the entire recommended daily limit. The consequences: fluid retention, swelling in the legs, added strain on the heart and circulatory system, reduced blood flow to leg muscles, and excess sodium also increases the risk of falls due to dizziness and loss of balance. Industrial baked goods, packaged sponge cakes, pastries. Not only are they packed with sugar, they're also loaded with trans fats, preservatives, and artificial coloring. Their effects cause chronic inflammation throughout the body, break down collagen structures in muscles and tendons, lead to fatigue, muscle soreness, and reduced mobility. A sweet treat may delight your taste buds, but it's a long-term nightmare for your legs. Processed cheeses, cheese slices, cheese sticks, melted cheese. Industrial cheese products are high in sodium, inorganic phosphates, saturated fats. Phosphates disrupt the balance between calcium and magnesium, causing muscle stiffness, reducing tendon flexibility, and increasing joint pain. You need natural cheeses like ricotta or cottage cheese, not those shiny yellow processed slices. Commercial ice cream. Besides being packed with sugar and bad fats, commercial ice creams contain emulsifiers, stabilizers, artificial flavorings. All of these additives trigger cellular inflammation, disrupt hormones involved in muscle recovery. The result: heavy, stiff legs that easily ache after even a light walk. Packaged snacks, stuffed cookies, processed fast foods. These industrial salty and sweet snacks contain refined sugar, trans fats, extremely high sodium levels. Their combined effects cause systemic inflammation, decreased muscle strength, water retention, and swollen legs. Eating. Just a small packet of snacks every day for 5 years can result in up to a 12% loss of muscle mass, according to a study by the University of Queensland, 2023. What do you see from these foods? It doesn't take major accidents. Just small wrong choices made every day are enough to rob you of your leg strength and your freedom. You see, just tiny daily decisions, a wrongly dosed vitamin, an unbalanced meal, can silently weaken your legs, stealing the mobility and freedom you rightfully deserve. But the good news is, you can change that, starting today. If you care about taking care of your body after 50, supplementing vitamins correctly, identifying and avoiding hidden health threats, managing your finances wisely for a peaceful retirement, and many other practical areas, then remember, the 50 Plus Health Guardian channel was created just for you. We are not just a source of medical knowledge, but a comprehensive library of information for those who want to live healthier, stronger, and more independently after 50. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can always stay with us on this journey of building a vibrant, free, and powerful life at any age.